Hey guys, Bradley here from Anime Spaceship, and today we have a review for Tokyo Ghoul Season 3, Episode 5. This was a good episode, guys, so let's get right into it. This episode starts right where we left off last episode. We see Toro running in the hallway after he got away from the Nutcracker. Then we see him running in the hallway, trying to get away from somebody. But as she's running in the hallway, somebody throws a rose at her, and it lands right in front of her feet, and it stops her in her tracks. After that, she looks around for a bit, and she finds a fire extinguisher, and she grabs it, trying to fight the ghoul. What I don't understand is, if you're fighting a ghoul, what good would a fire extinguisher do? I don't know. It was the idea. Well, as she tries to use it as a weapon, she fails miserably. The fire extinguisher just gets knocked out of her hand and destroyed. Also, I would like to say that the ghoul that is chasing her realizes that she can heal, or that she has healed. And he says something about Master Shu. And I think Master Shu was in the previous season the weirdo that liked Kaneki. That was like smelling all over him. They tried to auction him. Yep. Right when he's about to capture her and hit her with his ability, the Queen Squad comes in, and guess who's there to save the day? Sasuke Heisei. After that, we cut off to this unnamed ghoul eating a few people. I don't think they mentioned the name of the ghoul, but this ghoul is kind of how to say weird in terms, because he keeps eating people and calling them jam. He tells them, "Give me some jam," as he wipes out a whole squad. So he must be powerful. Later in the episode, we also see him eating a human with two humans in the corner sitting there just terrified, and they can't move. And one of them recognizes him, tells him, "Hey, aren't you the teacher from the department? Yes, I was in your class. Don't you remember me?" And he says, "Oh yeah, you're that upbeat girl that used to do this and that." And she cuts him off, and he gets angry and he just spears her right through her stomach with his hand and tells him, "When I'm lecturing, you listen." He sounds a little bit crazy or not. I don't think he's like in the right state of mind, but yeah. After the scene with the unnamed ghoul, we see Nutcracker against another squad, and then they say that she's only a A. Her rank is only A, so with all of them, they must be able to beat her. But after they're fighting for a while, and they cut her right to her stomach, and they think like that's it. But then she sets a trap, and they realize that, whoa, she set a Kagune trap. She's stronger than she looks. And then they raise, I think after she wipes all of them out, they raise her rank from A ghoul to a S ghoul. And a funny thing that happened in the scene is one of the guys said, "Damn you and your ero body," like your hot body. I just think that that's a weird thing you say to somebody you're about to fight. After the scene with the Nutcracker, we cut off to Akira Mado using the Fugichi. Sorry for my bad translation, but and after seeing this scene, I remember that when some of them kill ghouls, they use their Kagune as weapons, and it's just like, that's kind of barbaric if you think about it. But yeah, we see Akira Mado fighting Naki, and kind of whooping his butt. She is whooping his butt so bad that they have to call for backup. But right before she can actually kill Naki or hit him, they attack her with projectile weapons, and she has to turn around to protect herself or fight the person that shot at her. So the rest of the squad just stands there with like guns, like these decked out guns, and they like shoot. But two of Naki's bodyguards just step in, and they're holding the bullets with their backs, or protecting him, and they say, protect the boss," and he's just screaming out of his lungs, not being able to move, like, "Why are you guys doing this?" And it's just like sad. And of course I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure they died. And right before they actually shoot him, the backup actually comes. I think it's Ayato comes and saves him and tells him, "What are you doing, stupid? Move." After that, we cut back to the Queen Squad fighting the ghoul, and here we see teamwork in an efficient manner to defeat it. They use teamwork to defeat him. It's just Kaneki, or my bad, Heisei holds him off, and the two Uri and the other one attack him and cut off his Kagune, and then they defeat him. And right when they're defeating him, he says, "Master Shu." and I think he's saying like, Heisei, it's your fault, Master Shu. Something. They don't say it. They just like imply something. They don't actually tell us what happened to him. But after that, as soon as they're about to capture him or kill him or whatever they were gonna do, he gets saved by an unnamed ghoul with like a tree kagune. I don't know what it is. It's like he just builds a wall in front of them and protects him and the other ghoul for an escape. So after that, Heisei talks back to HQ and tell him that HQ tells him that most of the squads have been destroyed, eaten, killed, weak, etc., etc., and they need his help. But he implies that Toru is not strong enough to continue this fight and to request an evacuation for him. And the HQ tells him, let Uri do it. Uri will help her evacuate. And he tells him, is there anybody better? And Heisei says, of course, understood. And then they set off. Of course, knowing Uri, he doesn't want to leave because he hasn't made himself stand out. He's just an attention whore. I'm sorry, but he hasn't made himself stand out, so that's why he doesn't want to leave. So when they're leaving, he tells her, yeah, that's right. And in the back of his mind, he's thinking, sorry, but for today, I don't have no sense of directions. And he's obviously looking for the ghouls. And as they continue to look for them, they come back to the main hall and they see how do you call that? Like it's a trap door going to a secret place under the main hall. And they go down there and actually before they go down there, he asks him his teammate, should we go down there? Don't worry, if we see anybody, we will just leave. And she says, huh. She doesn't even say yes. She just nods her head like, yes, sure. And in the back of his mind, he's thinking, pushover. Here's the thing. I don't like Uri. I just think he's a mean character. I understand, like, his dad died because his teammate didn't protect him. But you don't know. You weren't in that situation. You didn't know what happened. It's just, Uri's just I don't like him. He's my least favorite character. Second least favorite character. My least favorite character is Akira Mado because she's just, in other terms, not a good person in my view. And yes, sorry for my rambling. After that, Uri and Toru keep going down, they find like a giant hall where the ghouls were hiding. And then Uri's thinking to himself, can I beat all of them? And right after he thought about that, Suzuya walks out of the corner and tells him, hey, I followed them here. And of course, Uri's pissed because Suzuya will take half the credit. But after that, they realize that they have to do something, so they both jump down and start fighting. And they start destroying the ghouls. They just like slicing them up and down, swords everywhere. Uri trying to show off, so he uses his sword plus his kagune, destroying everybody. Oh yeah, something I forgot to add. Suzuya asked that Uri that, is it possible to have like communications with the HQ? But Uri says, no, I already tried. The communication doesn't go through here. It's like blocked. Of course he's lying because he's like, he doesn't want to tell HQ because he wants to stand out and do it for himself. Uri is just like, this type of person will get a team killed. That's all I'm saying. And after this scene, we go to a squad fighting 3 ghouls. Kuramoto, Tetsuya, and their teacher, their leader. I don't remember his name right now. They're fighting a few of the ghouls, and I think they know each other because the ghoul tells the leader, huh, you've gotten better. How many ranks have you risen? And it's just like this epic cool fighting scene. Tetsuya breaks one of the ghouls' neck, but like he has him like in a rear choke behind his back, and it just like snaps his neck. And after that, the leader fights the leader of the ghouls, the squad of ghouls, and it's like I think he has the ability to change his face. It's a weird ability. Yes, after that scene, we see them cut to the HQ, and the person there with the leader of commands is saying that, sending Uri and Toru was a good idea because Uri needs attention. When just evacuate with Toru. He wants attention, so either he's fine gold or he's dead. I think that's an amazing. That just gives like a way to see inside of the HQ's mind, like what they're thinking, what their plans and tactics are. I thought that was a really good idea. and it worked out. After that, we see the Queen Squad come across one of the person from the wiped out squad, and Heisei asking him, "Is everything all right? Are you okay?" He tells him, "Yes, everything's fine. I landed in a tree. I only got a few cuts and bruises, so everything's okay." And then a ghoul jumps out of a building and attacks, and Heisei senses it, so he blocks it with a sword. But the guy's kick is so strong that he pulls his sword back and actually pushes it towards his chest and cuts him. And after the fact, they begin to fight each other, and Heisei's actually holding his own pretty good with this opponent. He hits him a few times, but he says it'll take more than that to beat me. And then they're talking to HQ, and HQ tells Heisei that this ghoul's rating is a SS, double S rating. He fights him. They tell him to fight him, and everybody else in his team evacuate. And they're telling, "No, we can't just leave Mr. Sauce like that." He's telling them to go, leave. So leave him to fight in peace. And after that, the episode ends with a cliffhanger right before they're about to clash with each other. Yep, and that's how the episode ends. What I thought about this episode is it's actually pretty good. It's not like one of those amazing episodes, but it's definitely a solid episode. There's a lot of gore in this episode. Like, if you think about it, a lot of people died in this episode. Just everybody dead, bloody over. This is a great loss for the investigators. I don't know. It's like I want to give this episode a good rating, but I felt like they could have done a little bit more. But and all that is still a good episode, so I'll give this episode a 7 out of 10. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It's Bradley from Anime Spaceship, guys. Peace.